Hey guys, I wanted to make a video kind of talking about the two different main screens for 5th edition. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. I don't know if you can see over there, but the dogs are kind of roughhousing. So, anyhow, to get on to topic. So, Wizards of the Coast. It seems like have been lately listening to a lot of what the players have been saying and paying attention to what they're posting in the videos and stuff because they changed the DM screen. Okay, so this is the original one for 5th edition. Okay, see the artwork and they changed it up to this screen. So the big thing that the first screen was getting a lot of complaints about was the inside, what was in there. A lot of players complained that inside the screen there was a lot of waste of space, like right here. They felt like we could have had more charts here and along this side, some charts on this side. And then they felt like with 5th edition's Wizards of the Coast, even though they were pushing a new line of minis, everything else was pushing just theater of mind, especially with the screen being that this is all right here a panel on NPC generation, and then even over here it's like, you know, something happens and quick finds, so it's more of like role playing. The rest of the stuff, you know, with the conditions, some people felt that Wizards of the Coast could have just listed the conditions and did away with the art to maybe condense it and put more stuff in there. And then this section here is just like kind of like the standard stuff you would see in there. And then a lot of people were complaining that there was like nothing really related to combat, no actions in combat, no real info on combat type things. So Wizards of the Coast listened and came up with this new screen. It came out, I think, earlier this month or last month. So when you open it up, okay, first thing you notice, you remember how over here was strictly the screen on role playing? Here, let me grab the other screen and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if how I can hold it. There we go. All right. So this screen is nothing but charts on NPC and creating NPCs on the fly. This chart is nothing but combat stuff. Actions you can do in combat, things you can do on your turn during combat, other like actions or abilities and rules based off of combat they're here, which is long jump, high jump, suffocation, concentration. And then up here it has the spell kind of parameter chart going on. And what you also notice is, remember how they had this with that really good, beautiful art? The only art that you really see is this little bit here and this little guy here. I think he's supposed to be like a gnome right there. That's it. It's all the real art that's on this screen for this panel. Go to the second part or the middle part, it's the same. They didn't change this right here, and they didn't change this at all. This over here, they made a few changes, and what they changed again is combat related. So they had the damage level and severity on the other chart, and that was about all the combat they had. But they added a tracking DC for trying to find stuff through the wilderness or hunt or follow a bad guy. But they also have object hit points. So if you're trying to bust open a chest or a barrel, they have object armor class if you're trying to bust into that stuff. And then, of course, they have the standard skills and associated abilities. But they've added more kind of combat-y type things. And then on the last page, the big thing that they kind of added was services and food and drink, but they added where it used to kind of have some artwork. They made it into a chart of sizes. So you got your tiny, your small, your medium, your large, your huge, and your gargantuan. So they kind of made the art in this part here actually a part of what was being said in the chart. If you look carefully, I don't know if you can see this, but on this side here, there's like a line scale, but there's no numbers on it. So I might kind of write in like feet on here. I don't know. But that's the differences with these two screens. Some people are like, why would they even come out with a new one when, you know, you can just put Post-its in here if you didn't like this or whatnot. But here's my perspective, and I think they would do very well if they kind of advertise or, you know, kind of push it from this point of view. If you are more of a theater of the mind, storytelling kind of group, it's the 5th edition Theater of the Mind DM screen. This would be totally catering to those players. If you are a strategic, miniature orientated, loving combat type group, this would be your screen. I like some stuff that is in both of these screens. I think the art is good in both of these screens, except for here's my only issue with the art with the new one. You have a panel of virtually nothing on it. And I get what people are going to say. I get what they're saying, but when you are playing, no one's really going to see the screen because it's over here. So I have a gaming room. When I play my normal groups games that I DM, I typically do it either here at my in-laws' house, right now we're house sitting, or at my house. And when I do that, I use my wooden homemade Dungeon Master screen that me and my mother-in-law made. And basically, I don't use these. However, what these do go to in the room, we're going to put shelves, and I'm putting it up in the room so it can display, like almost like a poster type thing. And it's, like I said, man, they could have done something. Even my wife was like, they could have put in like a whole group of dragons, you know, flying up from below, or even put some dragons here or something, or even heroes on griffins flying up to go save the guy that the dragon has. Because I don't know if you can see. Let's see. let me try to figure out where you can see. There is a guy in the claw of this red dragon. So why not on this panel have artwork of like the heroes flying on griffins or something else, or even metallic dragons, because, we know that the metallic dragons are supposed to be good dragons. So why not have like a swarm of metallic dragons trying to go save that guy? Just I feel like this screen panel would have had more to it. Same with this one. I mean, you just get a wing and the D&D symbol. I do like this D&D symbol and this one better than this is all that's on the outside is this one here. And I know this is kind of like the theme symbol for 5th edition, but I really like this. I like the silver end symbol, and I know I'm partial because I do have it tattooed on me as a tribute to my mom because she got me into D&D, and it's in her favorite color, green. But I just feel like that they could have done more on the outside of artwork. But both screens are good. I like them both. I'm going to use them both, and I know what you guys are saying, but you said that you use your homemade wooden screen. I'll show you what I do with that. So here's my wooden screen that my regular players are used to seeing. So I just took out like an image and the protective sheet that we use because we just slide it in here and it holds because it's got the framework on it. But in here we're about to stick magnets, like a metal sheet in here, so we can use magnets versus the clip. But in here I have laminated the original 5th edition inside the screens, and it just, here's one side of it and here's the other side, and this is my DM screen that I have. And then the outside, like I said, we have these little protective protective plastic sheets that we put here to hold artwork and stuff, so I can change it out for the players. But that's my wooden screen. If you guys want one, me and my mother-in-law will make it gladly and sell it to you for time and parts. I will tell you this, it's a lot cheaper than some of the other wooden screens. But that's my thought process on the screens. I like them both. I will be doing what I did with the other one and scanning these insides, print them out, and laminate it for my wooden screen. That way I can use it for my normal screen. But I think they should really market it that this is for the theater of the mind style. This is more combat, and if they advertise it more and cater it to that, I think these would sell a lot better. I know a lot of people are liking this one a lot. I like them both for the different parts on it, and like I was explaining to my wife, what I think I'm gonna do is when I'm focusing on like a game or a session where it's a lot of like diplomacy and role playing and stuff, I will use the inserts from this one. But if it's combat more orientated, more dungeon crawl or whatnot, I'll go and use the inserts. And but yeah, that's what I feel about this. I do, and my wife does too. We do like the artwork better on this screen though. We agree the dragon and the color is better on this one, but the overall artwork, it just really sends you into that immersion and get the creative juices flowing and all. But again, we're just going to put this up in our game room, and it's kind of like a poster thing. We'll put a little shelf up and have it going and all. And I know people can say, and we'll say, why don't you, instead of going out and buying the whole DM screen, just go download a PDF file of the inside? But I'm one that I like to buy the actual physical product. And you know, when I do go travel down south, where some of my friends live, and do a gaming session there, or go to Orlando, I take these screens. I don't take my wooden one because I can just pop this in my bag with my books and whatnot and just have this. So that is my thoughts, guys, on this new screen and how I think Wizards of the Coast should market it. Role playing, heavily theater minds, combat, miniature orientated. All right, guys, I will check you later.